Peace and blessings, everyone, and welcome to my blog talk radio show, Taming Your Shadow. I'm your host, Sheronda L. Barksdale, aka Empress She, and I'm so honored to have you all here with me tonight. One of my favorite topics, self love, right? I'm coming to you live also from Facebook. Welcome, welcome, Facebook. Unfortunately, Facebook, when I download my video to put it on my YouTube channel, YouTube is acting funny about me having music in my video. So, therefore, if you want to hear the music that is playing throughout the breaks and at the end, make sure you click on that link that is at the bottom of the screen. That is my link tree, linktr.ee// Sheronda. You can come over to Blog Talk Radio where you can hear the music, where you can create you an account, where you can get reminders, and where you can chat live here inside the room. So make sure that you come on over. Peace and blessings, Lauren. Thank you for being here. Peace and blessings. So yes, let's get started with the show for tonight. I always like to offer a disclaimer before the show that Taming Your Shadow is not intended to diagnose or treat any physical or mental health conditions. If you have suffered from any form of trauma or abuse, I recommend you seek help from a mental health professional. I am a spiritual life empowerment coach. I am powerful at what I do, but I am not a therapist. I like to make that very clear. Therapists have the legal responsibility of providing you with the help you need when you have been triggered and you are spiraling and you're having a hard time adjusting to life. I, as a life coach, and all life coaches, we help you reach your goal. That's what we do, okay? But if you have some triggers going on, some trauma, make sure you seek help from a mental health professional. I release myself from all liability by giving you this disclaimer at the beginning of the show. Peace, Miss Corrine. Thank you for joining me over here on Blog Talk Radio. So happy to have y'all tonight. All right. So before I get started, my announcements. I'm excited, yo. I'm so excited because next week, registration starts for Smile. If you don't know what Smile is yet, Smile is my online virtual school called the Self Mastery Institute for Learning Empowerment. This is where you learn to master yourself, those things that you struggle with, like self love, like empowerment, like meditation, like all those topics that are out there. That's what we do in Smile. Smile is $50 a month. $50 a month for you to be able to receive group coaching sessions, weekly master classes, Friday night hangouts where you'll learn vegan cooking, some art, therapy work, some happiness coaching, learning how to make sure you're happy. It's an amazing support system and it's $50 a month. Put on your calendar January the 25th so we can get started, baby, on February the 1st. Classes start on the 1st. Peace, Brittany. See, Brittany R has been around for a long time. She knows the name of my business is called Authentically Your Expressions, also known as A. I'm glad you caught it too, baby. Glad you made it. Welcome, 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 everybody. Am I hype? I'm always hype. No, I'm not, but I'm hyped tonight, okay? Peace, Veronica. Thanks for coming over to Blog Talk. Hey, girl. Hey, Chanel. It's good to see y'all. We're going to talk about self-love today, okay? That's what today is all about. Look, my bottle of water. I'm trying to move out the way. So, the self-mastery of self-love. The self-mastery. It's interesting, y'all, because self-love is actually one of the most difficult things for people to practice. Almost every single person I work with struggles with some form of self-love. Chanel said, I love it. Thank you, baby. You know, almost everybody I know struggles with self-love. Why? Most of us have been programmed to believe that taking care of ourselves is selfish. Peace, Molly. Most of us have been programmed to believe that taking care of ourselves is selfish. So everybody feels like I'm supposed to sacrifice myself. I love helping others. I love doing for other people. And I forget about myself. Well, isn't that a little backwards? I'm just saying. Ain't that a little bit backwards for you to forget about yourself when it comes to love? One of my greatest revelations of self-love for personally, one of my greatest revelations about self-love is the better I feel about me, the better I make everybody else feel. It didn't cross my mind when I first started doing it, okay? But I've come to understand that the better I take care of me, everybody else is healthy. We think that sacrificing ourselves somehow, some way makes other people better, and it's twisted. It's the most twisted mindset ever. It is not selfish to love you. Hey, Lydia, Miss Babe. Haven't seen you in a minute. So yeah, you taking care of yourself is highly, highly important. It's a massive part of your healing journey. It's a massive part of your ascension journey. The more you can accept and recognize and love all of who you are, the easier it is to transition into higher levels of this dimension. It is. So I'm always promoting self-love. And I'm going there right now because that's the topic we talked about last year in Smile. We have some brand new topics in Smile this year, but I always am going to take a minute to talk about self-love. Peace, Sharika. Thanks for joining. So, yes. So, first, I want to talk about what I call the 6 lies of the false self. I hope y'all got some pen and paper. The 6 lies of the false self. The false self, the fake part of us, is the reason why we can't love ourselves in the first place. There's a part, we show up with this facade, with this mask on, presenting ourselves to the world almost to almost to make sure we're palatable for everybody. Make sure that everybody likes me. And one of the most powerful things someone told me was, if everybody likes you, you ain't doing it right. If everyone likes you, you ain't doing something right. Because everybody's just not going to like you. You have to show up as who you are, and then you attract who is supposed to be there with you, versus shifting everywhere you go, shifting for this person to like me because they like when I wear purple, and shifting over here because they like when I buy them things, and shifting over, no, that's not who you are. So a lot of us are struggling with our reality of how we see ourselves, or even if we don't struggle with that, we struggle with why people don't like me. I don't understand why I have such hard time making friends. I have a hard such time with women. Child, we are a reflection of each other. Oh, Rochelle, it is the 6 lies of the false self. The 6 lies of the false self. So that's why we struggle with self-love, because we don't even know who we are. How does one love themselves? How do we fully walk in self-love if you don't even know who you are? So here are some of the lies that we tend to walk in, which is why we struggle. No problem, baby. This is why we struggle. So number one, I am what I have. I am what I have. And we're talking about material things, right? Or maybe some intangible things. People identify themselves with their home, their titles, their job, their children. I am what I have. So I have a really nice house. I have a multi-million-dollar business. Does anybody else? I'm in Atlanta. The CEO of MARTA. MARTA is our train system that runs around through Atlanta. The CEO of MARTA committed suicide the other day by throwing himself in front of a train. A martyr. That's how you know you can't identify who you are by what you have. People are miserable, even though they have a lot of things. They have a lot of things. Yes, God rest his soul. But they have things. But they're not happy because things can't make you happy. You can't make your identity about what you have. Why? If the house burns down, if the car is in a horrible accident, If anything is taken away from you, now your identity has been removed. And that's where you can't love yourself. If you place who you are in what you have, you will never know who you truly are. There's no possible way to do it. So just think about that for a second. How do you identify yourself? How many of, well, ain't nobody gonna answer me. Now I don't see nobody answering this question. But if you feel bold enough and authentic and transparent enough tonight, what is it that you have that you are like, so, whoo, this is my thing. This is mine. I love this thing. And just consider for a minute, what if it was snatched away? What if it was snatched away? Does that change who you are? Does it change who you are? To some degree, it does. So when we talk about the people in our life, our children, our spouses, our moms, our dads, the people we love dearly, and we know that death is a real part of life, right? If they are taken away from us, it changes a part of who we are in the sense of they no longer we identify differently on the earth in this dimension because that person is no longer a reality. I don't get to see, hug, feel, talk to you in this plane. I still get to do it from the ancestral plane and from a spiritual way. But it changes. But I don't stop loving who I am. I don't stop loving me because of the shift of something being removed from my life. You get to love yourself in the best and healthiest way when you identify with you and not with what you have. Number 2. Here we go at number 2. Who I am is what I do. Who I am is what I do. So this is why oftentimes we struggle with self-love, is because we only identify ourselves. We can only feel love for ourselves if we're doing something. Not to look, I can sit on my ass and love me with ease, baby. But when there's something that we do often, I love taking care of people. I love helping people. I'm always running around for other people. And I see people take great pride in that. And there's nothing wrong with helping other people. But people, as I always say, are fickle. That same person you running around doing everything because I just love giving. The moment they get angry with you, you start getting angry with yourself and talking down on yourself. And it's truly not a form of self-love, or it's not pure at all. I hate to say it. Doing stuff for other people so that they approve is problematic all day long. It's very problematic. It's going to be a problem. Because people, they get mad at you. And it's not even so much that you did something wrong, but I mean, all of us have a bad day. We may have misinterpreted something you did. Now all of a sudden somebody's angry with you, and because what you did no longer holds value for them, it no longer holds value for you, so you've lessened your own value. You have to show up all the time in what you do, doing it because it's just who you are. Matter of fact, I have a big thing about, and I learned this from Louise Hay, not doing, but being. Who you be. Who you be. Who are you? I am a giver. So if you are a giver, if somebody doesn't appreciate it, it's not offensive because I just am a giver. So I don't even need your appreciation. It's just a part of me to do it. So now you can't take away how I feel about myself if you don't like what I gave. I know y'all had the experience where somebody's like, I really need to borrow $50. When you get a chance, can I borrow $50? You'd be like, I don't have $50, but I can give you 20. I can spot you 20 for right now. And they got an attitude with you because they swear you're rich. You know how people do. They swear you're rich. So therefore, now they're mad with you. And I've had people say to me, I was so upset with myself because I wasn't able to give them what they needed. You can't allow your value and your love for yourself to shift because somebody is unhappy with what you did. We do our best. Who you be. Y'all on Gullah Geechee, so who you be makes perfect sense. Who are you? I have to keep translating that. Who you be? Who are you? How do you show up? So that what you do is who you are, and that's where your value is. I am that I am. I am that I am, and I walk in all that I am. So every time everything shifts out here, the economy shifts, people's attitude shifts, money shifts, anything shifts, I still get to be. And what I do is a representative of who I am. So that was number 2. Number 3, another lie. I am what other people think of me. Ooh, child. Oh, I am what other people think of me. You want to talk about you want to lose some love for yourself? Worry about what other people think about you. Do that. If you don't want to love yourself, worry about what they're saying right now. But if I do that, they may. Oh, who gives a? I'm trying, y'all. I work it. I'm trying. Ain't nobody ever gonna put me on TV because they're gonna be like, she cusses too much. I'm working on it. It just really helps me get to my point. But yeah, you want to show a lack of self-love. When people say to me, and it's not a judgment thing. I don't judge you, but I'm going to get you all the way right, right? But if I leave him, he might think, "Oh, stop right there. Why does it matter what he or she thinks if you walk away, if you're doing it for your own peace of mind?" What if you are 30, 40 years old, why are you still worried about your parents? They've lived their life and it's time for you to live yours. Are you going to get a whooping? I am what other people think of me. Veronica says Stars, Showtime, HBO, Netflix will take you. Okay, baby. I will show up on Stars, Showtime, HBO, or Netflix. Okay. But yes, you will struggle with loving yourself. Self-love will always be difficult if it is contingent upon what other people think of you. Let me tell you something. Spoiler alert. People always going to think something about you, baby. That's what they do. That's what we all do. People will always have thoughts about you. How do you feel about you? Are you happy? Do you take pride in the decisions that you make? Do you know how to be like, "Oop, my bad. That was a bad one. Okay, start over," and have total peace in that. To be okay. To be really okay with the mistakes that you make and understand that it was a mistake, but that's not who I am. My mistake, all it did was tell me to go left or right. I was going this direction. Now it's just telling me to go another direction. That's all my mistake was. And I still love and approve of myself. People are going to always have feelings about how you show up in the world. Can't get around it, my darlings. That's what we do best, right? I have thoughts about people. I have my judgy moments. Not big time, but I have some stuff that I'm just like, but I also don't care what people think about me. Not anymore. Not anymore. Because I did a lot of work in self-love. If I just show up for me, knowing that I have purpose. I don't even always know what my purpose is. I don't always know. For those who panic in that space of, but I don't know my purpose, that's okay. It's okay not to know your purpose. That's why you go out here and live, so you can find out what are you most passionate about. And when you, like for me, healing work in this arena of your shadows and things like that, that's what I love doing. That's what I'm passionate about. So I created work around that space so I can show up more as me and I can love me. Okay, Choya, I still love and approve of myself, baby. Okay? Even in your mistakes, even in the most craziest things that we do sometimes, you have to love and approve of yourself because you deserve that. You deserve that. Not nobody else. Let me tell you something. Everybody talks about filling their cup up. You know, that physical cup, but that intangible cup of making sure we have enough for ourselves so that we can pour out to the world. When you know how to operate in self-love, you don't even have to, the cup stays full and the people around you get the overflow of who you are so that you're never empty. You're never empty when you're operating from a place of self-love. So it's important to practice that space. Do not let people guilt you into making you feel like you're selfish for loving yourself. And you definitely don't need to be caring about what people think, because they're going to think it anyway. They will always be thinking it, okay? So that was number 3. I am what other people think of me. Ugh, no. Number 4, who I am is separate from everyone else. Peace, Ayana. Who I am is separate from everyone else. Oh, you're going to struggle with self-love there if you can't seem to grasp that concept. All is one. All is one. With all the divisiveness that is shown in media and that people actually do, I'm fully aware of the racism that's out here and the vaxxers versus the non-vaxxers. I'm aware of all the divisiveness, but we're all one. We all fall up under the same spirit, creative energy, source, God, whatever you call it. I don't even care. It's all one. And that's proven over and over again because we all live and we all die. We are born and we die. When we look internally into ourselves, we're made of the same elements. It's just what it is. All is one. And when you see yourself separate from other people, that's when we start doing that comparison thing. Oh my gosh, she is so whatever. Pretty. Or he is so smart, man. He knows business so well. So instead of going to these people and talking to them, how do you teach me what you know about business? Or how can I get a mentorship? Or what can I do to learn more? We sit back in envy and jealousy, which tears down who we are. It tears yourself down and you battle with loving yourself because you think someone else is different from you. You're not different from me. Matter of fact, I'm a reflection of you. If anyone who could come to me and say to me, my God, you are powerful. You are so wise. I am a reflection of you, baby. For you to see that in me means it's in you. It's in you. For you to be like, I love how you heal. Healing is probably within you. For you to identify it in me, it's in you. So if you see me as shady, guess what? Shadiness is probably in you too. Whatever y'all pull yourself saying, you pull out of somebody else. Oh my gosh, she's so dang on lazy. All is one, baby. I'm a reflection of you. If you see laziness in me, look, people argue with me about this all day long. But if I was in your life for about, give me 24 hours. I don't even know if I really need that long. I probably don't need that long because lazy people live a certain way. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. All is one. Who I am is separate from everyone else. You're not. You're not separate. And honestly, that's not even a I love everybody type thing. Fuck all that. You don't have to love everybody. But what it does is it grants the ability to release people to their shit. We all got something. So your stuff is your stuff, my stuff is my stuff, and I'm just trying to function. I'm okay with being crazy too, Troy. It's all good, baby. Peace, vet. It's all right. You good. I have my things about me, and I'm okay. All is one. That was number 4. Number 5. We talk about self-love. Number 5. Number 5 is who I am is separate from what I'm missing in my life. Ooh, child. I hope y'all writing this down. Who I am is separate. This is a false narrative. So false. Who I am is separate from what is missing from my life. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. Period. I'm not missing that. It's not missing. I walk into it. I am healed. Those affirmations, right? I am. And I have to remind myself, trust me, I get to talking a little sideways sometimes. I have to pull myself back. Girl, no, you are a multimillionaire. Or you are making X amount of money in present tense. If it's missing from me, then I'm longing for something that I think, doesn't exist. And it does exist. Are there multimillionaires in the world? Absolutely. So it exists. All you're doing is walking into that space because you're believing it's a part of who you are versus separate. I am so lonely because you think that that person that you want to be is separate from who you are. No, I'm whole right now. Even as a single being, I am whole. As a married woman, I'm whole. I am whole and I'm missing nothing. Nothing missing, nothing broken. All is one, and I have everything that I need. The more that you can speak this truth, it is so loving for yourself to hear that the universe itself wants to respond and give it to you in a tangible form. You speak it so much that it's become so true that you can hold it in your head, then hold it in your hand. I'm not separate from anything. All things are mine, and I have the ability to manifest whatever I want. Right? That was number 5. Who I am is separate from what is missing from my life. And number 6, this is number 6. Who I am is separate from God, source, God's self, whatever you call it. Y'all like to argue about it. Everybody wants to have this argument about how God is or who God is or all this stuff. But allow that being, that energy to show up for you, because that's how it manifests itself. That's why there is so many different religions, because the energy itself has manifested and split itself into many different ways. We think man did that, but no. The way that I understand and have a beautiful, loving relationship with Source is the way it shows up in me. And it shows up even greater because I love myself so much. So many people are struggling with the relationship they have with the higher power because you personify it. You think it's like you. You think it's out here hating itself like you. You think it's out here punishing. You think it's out here angry. You think it's out here mad. And so therefore that's the energy you walk in as well. And you push it further and further, separate from yourself. And you're separating yourself from yourself. Does that make sense? When you push that thing that is source, that created the heartbeat. Because y'all do realize your mama didn't create the heartbeat, right? Right? Not to be morbid, but there's plenty of stillborn children that didn't have a heartbeat. Your mom didn't create the heartbeat. There is a source energy that created the beat of your heart. And when you stop loving yourself, you're pushing yourself away from that which created the beat. Self-love is important, and you have to master it. You have to master self-love, because all 6 of these things of the false self will take away your ability to manifest, to enjoy, to find peace, to find love, to find happiness. Yeah. So just in case anyone was late, the 6 lies of the false self, I'm just going to go through them real quickly. You have to come back and watch the video or listen to the show again later on. But number 1, I am what I have. Lies. Number 2, I am what I do. Lies. Number 3, I am what people think of me. Number 4, who I am is separate from everyone else. Number 5, who I am is separate from what is missing in my life. And number 6, who I am is separate from God, source, universe, and whatever you want to call it. We are all one with these things. So as always on Blog Talk, I'm going to take a quick 60-minute break so I can drink a little bit of water. And I want y'all to listen in real quick to Good as Hell by Lizzo. If you're on Facebook, I still encourage you to click on that link where it says Linktree/Sheronda and come over to Blog Talk Radio. Make sure you click follow. They force you to create an account. I know. But create the account so I can get more followers over here. I need some followers over on Blog Talk Radio. And then I had to cut off the music for Facebook because YouTube is acting funny about copyright infringement. So we do what we got to do, right? All right. All right. And we are back. We are back to the show. Thank you for giving me that break. Thank you for joining, Rochelle. I appreciate you, baby. So let's continue this conversation of self-mastery or self-love. So we talked about some of the lies, right, that we tell ourselves, and it separates us from ourselves. It separates from us from our ability to love who we are and how we show up in the world. So now I want to talk about how to raise that self-love vibration. It is highly important that you know what to even do. When we talk about people practicing self-love, people automatically go to buying things. So that makes people who can't go out and get their nails done and do certain things to immediately shut down. They feel sad. You feel, again, separate from something, that you're missing something. And self-love can be expressed in a myriad of ways. It shows up in a gazillion ways. But I'm just going to give you a few of them tonight to help you begin to match the vibration of self-love. You deserve that vibration. Look, Facebook just dropped by like 10 people. I hope those 10 people came over to Blog Talk Radio and are creating their account so they can follow me on Blog Talk Radio. By the way, I already told you that the show went international, right? We got one more country that was added, Germany. So I'm excited. Let's keep going international. Let's keep sharing the show and keep sharing these lives. Thank you to everyone who does. So yeah, we're going to match the vibration of, because the love is there in the earth. It exists. Everything's about frequency and energy. Where am I? Where do I show up in terms of frequency? Am I speaking negatively about myself? That is a low frequency, yo. That is a very low frequency to down yourself, because you are God. But for those who are offended by that, you are the very essence of that which created you. It's the same thing as a parent and child relationship. I am the essence of my parents. I'm the essence of my parents. I show up as a direct reflection of these people. You know, we are different people, but I show up in the world as a reflection of them. So the more you dislike yourself, the more you dislike source energy, God. I like to say Mother, Father, Spirit. The more, so we need to try to align more with the love that, oh my gosh, agape, the unconditional, I love your dirty draws. Yeah, that was some dumb shit, but I still love you. Yeah, I don't like when you behave like that, but I still love you. That is the love that you need to have for yourself. There is nothing that you could ever do on this earth that should take away your love for yourself. There's some jacked up things that people do, and don't nobody else got to love them, right? But you should at least love yourself. You should be showing up for you. So one of the things that I wanted to share, one of the practices I like, is scripting. I don't know who's heard of scripting. So scripting is essentially, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write and I'm going to let things just flow. I'm just going to let whatever the thoughts are. You don't have to put no punctuation. Look, I'm ridiculous. I really like punctuation. Y'all see some of my posts, I go back and edit my own shit because I be like, oh God, I forgot a period, or that wasn't supposed to say that. I get a little anal with that. Ignore me. That's mine. I love myself. I love and approve of myself. Anyway, I don't care. But scripting is just a flow, just this constant flow of thought. So one of the ways you can start this flow is saying something. Thank you, Mother, Father, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Ancestors. Well, however you start, like a prayer. Thank you that today I love myself more than words can say. Or today I love myself more than I did yesterday. I finally understand that I don't need the validation of others. And just flow, flow. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Just write. Just talk about it. So when you write things down, I am big on having my clients journal. Journaling helps you see yourself. A lot of people can't see themselves. Most people cannot see themselves. That's why I have a coach. As a coach, I have a coach. Peace Keonda. As a coach, I have a coach because I don't see everything about myself. I'm good at this job, but that don't mean I notice everything that I damn do. I don't. I don't. So scripting or journaling will allow you to see those parts of you where you start talking bad about yourself, or you start doubting your abilities, or you start denying some of your truths. Did you know that you can have whatever you want? Did you know that? You can have whatever the hell you want on this earth. I know people don't like to believe it, but if you start with the limitation of your brownness, blackness, your womanness, your beliefs, the people that say stuff about, if all of those things are playing in front of you, you can't have everything you want because you believe they're contingent upon external things. Your ability to love yourself will allow you to have whatever you want. Hayden said, let me get back to journaling. Okay, man, I'm not even good. Look, half my journals are on the other side of the room, but I stayed in a journal. Usually I got them all stacked over here, but I've been sitting on the other side of the room journaling lately. But I'm not even going to let y'all see how much I journal. Good. Yeah. It's because I like to get my thoughts out and see who I want to see who I am, not who y'all are going to think I am. Not how I don't do that because what y'all think of me is going to change every single day. I'm great today and I'm something else tomorrow because I said something you didn't like or whatever. But I want to journal so I can see how I show up every day so I can be pleased and happy and proud. Mm-hmm. Even the same thing for my children. So I have a journal for my son. My 9-year-old has a journal because I want him to he get mad at us sometimes. He get mad at us sometimes. And he's allowed to. Those are his feelings. He can be upset. Go put it in your journal. Go write it down. Express how you feel. Then later on, he may come back and read it and be like, I was tripping. And that's what we do sometimes. But that's how we enhance our self-love. Okay, yeah, no, I shouldn't have said that about myself. I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. I am enough. I am powerful. I am loving. I am joyful. I create peace wherever I go. And you start replacing some of those negative thoughts when you are journaling. That journaling is powerful. And let me tell you another reason why scripting and journaling is another form of self-love. I can guarantee 90% of the people who are under the sound of my voice right now, 90% will say to me, I think too much. I think too much. How many of y'all is that true? Y'all probably tell the truth about that. How many of y'all can say, I think too much? I overthink things. I just lay in the bed. I stay up at night overthinking. How many of y'all are doing it? Excuse me. Let's be honest now. Who doesn't? I'm one of them. Thank you, Jade. Hey, baby. I miss you, girl. Who else? I think too much. A form of self-love you can show yourself if you are an overthinker is writing them damn thoughts down. Thank you, Gizzy. I see you in a minute too, baby. Good to see you. Lanisha said guilty. Thank you, Keonda raised hand. Yeah, 90%, if not more, overthinkers. You will show so much love to yourself if you start writing it down on paper. The act of writing itself is an emptying. You're emptying the thoughts. The whole process of writing. That's why we do the 3 times 33, the 5 times 55. It's the writing that creates manifestation. If you can dump some of that stuff on paper, you will feel more whole. That's a beautiful form of self love. Don't you want to feel more whole? Now you can get them thoughts out of your head onto a space that will help you release it. Now you can set it down and walk away. So that is a form. I'm loving seeing y'all come over to Blog Talk Radio Facebook. Thank you so much for clicking that follow button. I appreciate it. I'm glad you catch the. I'm glad you catch the playback though, Gizzy. I'm glad you be here. Troy, I already know, girl. I ain't about to know with you. I'll talk to you Wednesday, okay? So yeah, scripting is a beautiful way to raise your vibration because now you can release some of that stuff and replace it with what you want to hear, what you want playing. Another one. Here's another way to raise your vibrations of self-love. And some of y'all ain't gonna like it, but I don't care. I don't even care. Do it anyway. Mirror self-love talk. Standing in the mirror and doing some self-love talk. My husband, he is on here listening right now. Don't play with me, Cal. Don't even start with me. I'm honest with myself. I know what I be doing. But I can sit. Don't let me take a picture. I will pick apart. I'd be like, oh my God, look at my nose in that picture. Y'all do it too. Y'all know y'all do it too. Look at my nose. Why is my nose so big? Why one eye bigger than the other? I don't even like taking pictures because I'll overanalyze the picture, y'all. I be doing too much. However, when I get in the mirror though, girl, you are too cute. I do. You are cute. I love them cheeks. Oh my God, look at your eyes. Because they're mine. This is mine. I get to show up like this. This is what I got. I'm not about to go out there. Now, look, there's no judgment. There's no judgment. If I could get a little lipo going on, the girl would have some surgery, okay? So if you have some things that you're doing and using contour to shape things, I ain't judging you. But love what's underneath it all. Love how you show up in the world right now. The body wants to be happy too. And you feed happiness into this vessel by telling it how much you love it. All right, I see that dimple in the booty, but I love you. I love you. I'm going to have to work you out, but I love you. I'm thankful for this stomach being able to carry them 2 boys that I have. I love you. You got to go, but I love you. Jace, I miss you too. I've been in school. Good. And put healing, girl, in the back burner, unfortunately. But I'm finished with school. Congratulations, Jade. Yay. Congratulations, baby. We have to talk soon. I miss you. Veronica said, nah, I don't do it like you do. Listen, sit in the mirror and talk to yourself. Nobody, let me tell you, the reason why y'all be up here dogging these people that y'all think aren't so pretty or that are really overweight, because those people have more self-love in them than you do. They don't mind showing up on TikTok, busting splits and all this other stuff that they're doing because they love themselves and they don't care what y'all about to say about them. It hurts sometimes to hear some stuff. It does. Nobody wants to get in front of this camera and operate in their gifts and then y'all up here dogging them out. But I'm going to still love myself in spite of it. Peace, Michelle. All y'all coming out the woodworks tonight. Peace, Michelle. Good to see you, baby. And Michelle said, this is what I needed for the full moon. Come through, baby. We're going to release some things tonight. Come on. That's a beautiful exercise to stand in front of the mirror. Look, butt ass naked. Let's go all the way. Go all the way in and love on those parts of your body. It's okay for you to want it to change and to love it at the same time. You could do that. Calvin, I can feel what you're thinking. Leave me alone. Y'all my husband. I can feel it. I'm too connected to this man. I know we'll talk about this later, okay, sir? I know what he thinks. It's my hair. I cut all my hair off, y'all. I cut all my locks off, and I restarted, and I've been looking at myself like, what did I do? But my hair wasn't healthy. And I've started putting healthier foods in my body and just drinking more water, doing healthier things. And that was just one of the things I just kind of had to release at that time. So he knows I've been kind of looking in the mirror like, I look like a boy. But I love myself. But I still love myself. Oh, I didn't tell you, Lay? Okay, we'll talk. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did. My bad. We'll talk. But yes, What do you see? When you first do this exercise of self-talk in the mirror, it may feel hard to find something, but find one thing. Just find one thing that you can love about yourself. Start with one. I love my eyes. I do love my eyes. I always have. I love my eyes. Okay. All right. Well, I love my nose. They where they're supposed to be. You know, eyes, nose. I love my lips. Okay. All right. It's good. Because you only get this. This is it. This is all you got. You got this one time. Peace, Michael. You got this one time to fully enjoy this. Walmart ain't nobody, Macy's ain't nobody taking your body and exchanging it for a new one, okay? This is what you got. You might as well love it. The more you love it, the more other people will love it. People who walk in like really good confidence and just have all this swag about them, that's why they can attract whoever they want. It's not because they fine as hell or they pretty as hell or whatever this superficial shit is that y'all talking about out here. It's because they love themselves. It's just self-love. It is just self-love. That's it. So if you can look in the mirror and begin doing that exercise, you'll see how you start walking differently, how you hold your head up differently, how that crown is sitting high differently, and therefore you attract differently. I can almost guarantee you, and I don't know who's going to really agree with this, but if you talk bad about yourself, how many of you have actually attracted people who talk bad to you about you? How many people have talked bad to you about you? They may have never heard you say a word bad about yourself. They may have never heard you say it. But because you vibrate at a low frequency, you're going to attract people who are easily able to talk bad about you to you. That's why it's important to practice self-love. But Thea, how you doing, girl? So I finally figured out how to log in and comment. I'm glad you're here. So you've been listening. Yay. I'm loving y'all coming over to Blog Talk. Thank you. I'm trying to get my followers up over here on Blog Talk Facebook. Make sure at the end of this, y'all go back to that link right there, that link tree. That link tree will send you over to my website. It'll send you to my services. It'll send you to the Blog Talk radio show. It'll send you to my Instagram page. I don't do too much on IG. They get on my nerve. But y'all, some of y'all like IG better. I don't know. I'm working on the social media thing. We're still working on it. But yes, if you could talk bad about you, you will attract the people who will talk. See, the thing is, most of y'all are sitting around waiting for somebody else to say something good about you so you can feel better about yourself. You're not going to take my power from me like that. That is giving away your power. By waiting for somebody else to honor who you are, instead of you doing it first, you're giving it away. Here. Now tell me what do I need to hear? Oh, I need you to make me feel good. Can you make me feel pretty? No. Because you can make me feel beautiful. Listen, I've dated some men who made me feel absolutely gorgeous. Made me feel like I was the prettiest thing in the world. And was cheating on me a month or two later, okay? So I don't bank how I feel about myself on how other people feel about me. Because I want to harness my power. I call all of my energy back to me daily. So therefore, I can be who I am. Because I love and approve of myself. Because I love and approve of myself. We're talking about self-mastery here. Mind you, the name of this particular show is the self-mastery of self-love. There is a mastering of this process that you have to do. So we talked about scripting. I have several written down. I'm trying to debate what I want to go to with y'all. We talked about self-love. Do I need to go into affirmations, really, y'all? Affirmations, you should have a reminder set in your phone every single day. When you wake up in the morning, affirmations should be a part of your journey. Yes, Bree. I learned in 2021, stop giving away my power, okay? Come through. Set an alarm when you wake up. Set one for midday. Set one for when you get off from work. Set one before you go to bed at night. What do you want to say about yourself? Because if you struggle with self-love, it's going to require reprogramming. This is a reprogramming thing. That's why it's self-mastery. When you become the master of yourself, it's because you have done it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. We talked about this last week about practice, about what it means to do something repetitively until you reprogram it. Telling yourself, I am amazing. You don't have to feel like it when you say it. That's not what affirmations are for. That's not what this work is for. This work isn't because you already feel it. This work is because I'm going to program myself to believe it. And one day you will wake up and say, what the? I am. I sure am. I am enough. I thought I wasn't enough because this person, blah, blah, blah. And that's when we talk about shadow work. There was somebody that taught you something about yourself that made you break down that space of love for yourself. There were experiences, and children tend to interpret life in a way that something will hurt them, and they think it's a crime against them. And I mean, children don't have another way to interpret it unless somebody teaches them differently. So as a child, you were taught things about yourself, you began to believe them, and so then as an adult, you're looking for life to show up in such a way to prove it to be true. Your shadow is always going to do that. So if you're saying that I'm ugly, then life is going to show you how true that is. If you're saying that I'm amazing, then life is going to show up and show you how true that is. Awesome. Lenidra said, I'm on my 21 days of positive affirmations. Come on. Every single day. Every day. What do you want to be true? What I know I need to be true, first of all, is that I have to love me. So I go find affirmations. I don't care how ridiculous they sound. I don't care. I'll believe it sooner or later. I am a multimillionaire may sound ridiculous to someone else, but it won't in about 2 to 5 years. It won't. Watch. Right? So the affirmations, I'm not even going to get into it. Go look up positive affirmations. Go pluck you about 10 of them off the internet and make them your life. Okay? Oh, this is a good one. Here's another one. Where we at in time? Okay, this is going to be the last one I share. Write a self-love letter to your younger self. Write a self-love letter to your younger self. If you're struggling with self-love, if you can recall those moments, write a letter to her. Write a letter to him. Tell him. Tell her. I love you. Because you're talking to you. I love you. I am so sorry you went through those things. Those are your experiences, but that is not who you are. Those were your experiences. But that's not who you are. Who you are is beauty, joy, peace. Money flows to you with ease. Happiness is your birthright. Wealth is your birthright. You are that you are. I am. Whatever you need to tell yourself on a continuous, everyday basis, write it to your younger self. Write it. Dear me, I love you. And apologize to yourself. I am so sorry for those times that I let those people take advantage of your body. I am so sorry for those times that I didn't give your body the necessary health it needed. I am so sorry that you didn't have respect for yourself for a little while. But guess what? I'm learning. And I love you. I'm learning. And I love you. That's where you go on this self. You can be the master of self-love. And when you master self-love, you'll be surprised how much easier everything else is. Yeah. So I hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight. I hope I was able to give you a few nuggets. Self-mastery is my thing, baby. I love self-mastery. Hence why the name of my online school is the Self-Mastery Institute for Learning Empowerment, also known as SMILE. SMILE will start next week. Registration starts on the 25th. That is next Tuesday. It is $50 per month. That $50 is automatically debited from your account each month because I'm not keeping up with all the people. I wouldn't be able to do it. I love you too, Rochelle. Thank you, baby, for being here. I can't keep up with all of y'all, and I'm thankful for you coming, but it is on automatic payments for $50 a month. With your $50 a month, you will be mastering whatever the topic is for each month. And I'm going to go ahead and give out my little secret. The topic for February, when we start on February 1st, is enchantment. Because we're using the acronym for empowerment for this year. Last year it was self mastery, this year it is empowerment. The E is for enchantment. We will be talking what it means to enchant your home, enchant your life, enchant your spells and your rituals. We're going to be doing nothing but enchantment for the month of February. So I hope to see you all there. Again, you can reach me on my links. You can reach me on Facebook. If you're over here on Blog Talk Radio, just click up there where it says episode info and you will see my website. Come over. I do free consultations all the time. I have my one-on-one 12-week programs where we can learn who you are. We could do some shadow work. We could do some couples coaching. Whatever it is you would like to do, visit my website. And I honor and I thank each one of you. I really want to see more and more of us struggle a little bit less with this self-love thing because you first deserve you. You deserve you. All right, my darlings, I love you. Peace and blessings. And we're going to head on out on Blog Talk Radio with Miss Fantasia. Free yourself. Peace, Tiffany. I love you too. Many blessings. Many blessings, baby. Good to see you. I'm watching you. I'm sending you love. I see you. I see you, baby. Yeah. So if you're on Facebook, like I said, make sure you follow me over on Blog Talk Radio. I saw a bunch of y'all leave, and I saw y'all showing up. Thank you. I received that love. I hope you're giving yourself the same amount of love. But I received all that love of y'all coming and following my Blog Talk Radio show. I'm thankful. I put this show, I'll download it from Facebook and put it on my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel by clicking that link tree right there. And I'm always here. Reach out to me. You can inbox me if you're on Facebook. When I say don't inbox me, some people that's coming in my inbox with the bullshit, with that shit. Don't come in my inbox with that shit. I will hurt your feelings. That's just how I am. Don't do it. But I love you. Many blessings to each one of you. I will see you maybe next week. If you would like to be on my show, the intention that I created this show for, they can't even hear me on Blog Talk. The intention of this show was for me to bring people on and anonymously do free coaching with you. And I've had several episodes where I did anonymous coaching. Make sure when you come to Blog Talk, you can listen to, this is like the 12th episode at this point. So I've been doing this for about 3 months. So you can come over and listen to some of those anonymous ones. If you would like a free coaching session, I would love for you to be my anonymous client. Yes, it's on the radio show, but people don't know who you are. Everybody be like, they know my voice. They don't know who you are. They'll guess, but they don't know who it is. So let me know if you would like to join me on the Blog Talk Radio show, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love to you, Lenidra. Thank you so much, y'all. Keep sharing the video because I see people out there. And I hope to talk to y'all soon. Peace.